Hi there. Welcome back to the channel. I'm here, of course, with Dr. Peter Yu, Doctor of Dental Surgery with the Tooth Doctor in Edmonton. Two different locations to serve you, one in South Edmonton and one centrally located near Fulton Place. And we're going to be talking about just various dental procedures that Dr. Peter Yu performs in his clinics. Let's start with maybe dental sedation. So people who are scared of getting needles in Edmonton when they go see the dentist, what do you guys have to help them with that?
Yeah, so we do prescribe some oral sedative meds that will help patients. And the one that I use currently is just a couple pills, and you take an hour before the procedure. So you come into the office, we'll get you settled in, and we'll give you a couple pills to relax. We'll make sure everything is prepared, and we'll discuss things beforehand. So then you basically sit and relax. And please keep in mind that oral sedation is not falling asleep. That is very different. That is general anesthesia where you're put under and they have you, mounted to a monitor to check your heart rate and all that stuff, right? But oral sedation is just more of a kind of a calming effect. So it helps you sedate your body, make you feel relaxed. Now, one thing that people don't always realize, and one thing I do share with my patients, is it also has an amnesia effect. So amnesia means you kind of forget things. So we've had some patients where they've come in and we, maybe had to pull a tooth out or more, and we call them a few days later and they don't remember anything. They're like, everything was a blur. I remember I've had some patients where they're like, they can see me talking, but it's like, there's no volume. So we get some funny stories. But yes, it's a good thing where you don't remember what happened on that procedure day. So yeah, I think it's very beneficial and it's very safe.
Yeah, no, that's great, because there's a lot of people who have some fear of going to the dentist. Now, what types of procedures can people opt for an oral sedation procedure? So is it just people who want to come in for a cleaning, or is it something that has to be more, involved?
All procedures. We have people that have fear of just sitting in the chair. We have people that have fear of getting their teeth cleaned. We have, the fear of, I don't use the word, but when you get numbing, yeah. So different things that can cause people, and a lot of times from experiences in the past that is just tough to forget. So yeah, we've had patients coming in for all different reasons, and so we try and cater to those situations. I'm going to share a funny story.
Okay.
I had a patient coming in. He needed 5 fillings done. And so we did all 5 fillings, but unfortunately, one of them actually went too deep. So it actually turned into a root canal. So cleaned it out, and then we put a temporary filling. We didn't do the root canal because that was not discussed in the original plan. So we just put a temporary filling in, and so we told the patient we'll have to discuss it when he's not sedated, right? So as he was leaving, I put a note in his wallet. I said, we did 4 fillings, but the 5th one actually does require either a root canal or you have the option of taking it out. And he's like, oh, okay. And he left the office and then called in the afternoon. And he's like, hey, doc, I see this note in my wallet. Can you tell me what it's about? So I had to repeat it to him and explain to him what happened. I thought, oh, okay. That evening, I get a call on my office cell phone emergency line. And he said, hey, doc, I got this note in my wallet. Do you know what this is about? And then he called the next morning again. Hey, doc, I got this note in my wallet. And so, yes, I repeated it a 3rd time. But, and so it's kind of funny, that story. But I share that because it was very memorable. And it's just, how I'm going to use the word good. That oral sedation does help people kind of forget those situations, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you have some anxiety or trepidation about visiting the dentist, I think that's a great option for people. So do they have to plan it ahead of time? Like let the office know, hey, I want to be sedated
Yes.
in some form. And then I believe they would have to have a ride there and a ride home kind of idea too,
So we
right?
go over with oral sedation. We do discuss about things that you need to do beforehand. Are you actually capable or healthy enough to get oral sedation? And, we do monitor your heart rate or check your blood pressure and your oxygen saturation. But yes, we talk about things beforehand. We also talk about things afterhand. Somebody that has to watch over you for the day just to make sure you don't end up, buying a new home or buying a car, things like that.
Making any rash decisions while you're under the influence of meds, and also to keep people safe, right? No, that's really good, especially with the amnesia effect. Man, that could really turn poorly if they were left to their own devices, right? Do you have any other stories or any other information that people should know about getting oral sedation, if they're scared of needles? Like what should we do? I said the N word, I'm sorry, but the needles word, but
Yeah, I think just come to our office and we do have consultations and we can discuss, what needs to be done, what can be done. We've had even some patients where they thought they were nervous, and actually because we were able to talk about the procedure, talk about what's going on, they actually opted to try without sedation, and it worked very successfully, and they were quite happy with just the calming environment that we provide.
Nice. All right. Thank you, Dr. Peter Yu from the Tooth Doctor, for sharing that information about oral sedation. If you are a little bit nervous about visiting the dentist and you need a solution, come see the Tooth Doctor. There's 2 locations to serve you. One in central Edmonton near Fulton Place in Capilano area, Holyrood, and there's also one down in the south near Blackmud Creek, Blackburn, MacEwan, right near Calgary Trail and Ellerslie Road. We'll see you guys on the next video.